recording. Okay. Um. Uh. I probably should have done the intro a little bit better than what I'm planning on doing. But anyway, hello everyone. CourageNXT Captain Nostos here. And I guess you could say this is another episode of upcoming or another update for the channel, especially what I'm going to be doing during the month of April. Now, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, and those of you who have been part of my Facebook groups that I'm part of, remember a while ago that I made a schedule of games I wanted to play during this year. And while January wasn't bad, I did get a few of them done in January. Making February, March the month of redos, finishing games I never finished, didn't really work out as well as I wanted to. I ended up working a lot more than I would have liked, including working weekends, working almost 3 weeks straight with no days off, and getting another job really kind of put a damper into any. So March and February really didn't turn out to be the way that I wanted to. There are still a few games that I didn't finish over the last couple of years that I would eventually like to go back to. And more than likely, that's probably going to be whenever I get some free time to myself, where I'm not either recording or I'm working. As much as I would like to stay here and just do this every day, I don't have the ability to do so. I do have things to take care of: bills, rent, and taking care of a child. And that forces me to work outside of the house, mainly because, one, I don't have that many subscribers here on YouTube, and I don't have that many subscribers on GameAnyone.com or anywhere else to where I can actually make money. I also do streams on Twitches once in a while, which I'm planning on making more use of this month. But again, I don't play enough, or am not popular enough, or don't do the games that everybody wants to see in order to gain a big subscriber count. And because of that, I have to work an actual job that prevents me from putting this as full time as much as I would like to. Now, whereas I didn't really have a theme for January, and both February and March were supposed to be make up March and finish up February, where I was supposed to finish up games that I didn't do, they ended up being just me playing random games, and a lot of them were GameAnyone.com exclusives, which were games that you really get to see. In fact, during the month of February, I started a couple games. I got a couple. First game I ever did in February was a lot. The ones I really did for February here were a couple ROM hacks, that Max Combat Simulator that I did, and I did one video of Double Dash, which I probably should go back and finish. And then there was a couple games for GameAnyone.com, and then a lot for GameAnyone.com this month. The only one I had for you was I started to do WWF SmackDown in March, but I never really got anything. And then I had that weird unlicensed HK 55 game HK game on the Game Boy, which happened to just be a flea pull no matter what game I picked. I ended up doing some games on GameAnyone.com, like MASH, the Ass Family Game Boy, Basis Loaded on the Game Boy, College Time on the Game Boy, Dennis Smith's on Game Boy, Mortal Kombat 3, another pirated game for the NES, Rabbit Transit, Mortal Kombat Unchained, Wabbit, and Junior Pac-Man. So I had a lot of games done that month. This month, I want to try to focus more on YouTube than GameAnyone.com, and I'm also trying to said before, focus a little bit more on doing some Twitch streams in what I'm calling Awful Games April. Now, the whole month is dedicated to games that either most people said were bad, or people have said are bad, or games that I've played personally that I was disappointed in. And in fact, here is the entire month's calendar lit up for you guys to see. As you see right here at the beginning, on the first and second of April, it does say GameAnyone.com with Atari 2600. I have two games playing, one for the first, one for the second. For the 2600, that will be GameAnyone.com exclusives, and they will be the only GameAnyone.com exclusives for the month. I'm not telling you what they are, but let me assure you that these games are games that I've played personally, and they're terrible. Also, no, one of them is not E.T. That deserves a section all on its own. What you don't see, however, is also during the first and second, probably still the third for the first weekend, there is a secret project for a Game Boy Color game that I'm not going to be telling you here, that you guys are going to have to wait for. Now, the first Sunday of the month, the 3rd, will actually be the first live stream, and I'm going to be live streaming on Saturdays and Sundays. And Sunday, we're going to take a look at probably one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life, The Crow City of Angels on the original PlayStation. Following that, for the first week, as you can see, there's a series called Fighting With You. Now, this is a new series that I've tried to do a couple of times, but never really caught on, but I think now I can actually do it. Fighting With You is a series in which I take a fighting game. In this case, you can see it's going to be Shaq Fu, and I teach you at home how to play each character, with pop-ups and button controls being shown on the screen as I do it. The way it works is every time I do it, I show a video. Each character gets their own individual video, and then you guys at home will actually vote on who you think your favorite character is in the game, or what character you want me to play as, and whoever gets the most votes at the end of the month, most likely on the 30th, will be who I play through on the arcade mode or story mode or whatever they give me in the game. Now, I will be playing the Super Nintendo version of Shaq Fu because that is the version I grew up playing. But I'm going to make it to where it can work no matter what system you're playing on, whether you're playing on that or the Genesis. This game is also using the Game Boy, and the controls are a little bit different, and I might look at those ones as well. I'm not exactly sure. I might just go ahead and show all of them just to show you all the versions, just to show you the differences. The next stream will be on the 9th, and that time we're going to look at the unlicensed title for the NES, Master Chu and the Drunkard Who. And then on the 10th again, we're going to look at another unlicensed team with another unlicensed game, this time Wisdom Tree's Sunday Fun Day, The Ride. The second week we'll be dedicated to YouTube, and we'll again looking at another Color Dreams game where we take a look at Bible Adventures on the NES. On the 16th we'll take a look at Back to the Future. Now I'm not sure if I'm just going to do the Back to the Future NES game or if I'm actually going to end up trying to play the entire series of Back to the Future games that came on the Nintendo Entertainment System. If I'm going to do Back to the Future, or am I going to do Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2 as well on the Nintendo. Next, on the 17th, will be Duke Nukem Advance. Now, some people say this game wasn't that bad, but being a Duke Nukem fan as much as I am, I was severely disappointed in this game. Not as much as I was in Forever, and I actually kind of liked Forever, but it was still a game. The next week, after that, will be another week-long Let's Play here on YouTube, and it is one of the worst games of all time, and that is George Romero's Daikatana, a game which I have beaten several times in my life. More than likely, we'll be playing the Nintendo 64 version, not the PC version. That was the one I had, so that's what I'm going to play. The next live stream will be on the 23rd, and we'll take a look at The Simpsons Wrestling on the PlayStation. And again on the 24th, we'll be taking a look at a unlicensed Genesis game, this time with Awesome Possum Kicks, or one of the worst Genesis games of all time, this time being Awesome Possum Kicks Dr. Machino's Butt. Round with the final week of April with a look at Anubis the Second, although it says Anubis 2, the title is actually correctly pronounced Anubis the Second, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the Wii version or the PS2 version yet. And then finally the last game, and the last live stream of the month, will be on the 30th. We take a look at Bubsy 3D Close Encounters of the Clawed Kind on the PlayStation. Now, does it seem like a lot? Probably. But because I'm stretching games out for a week, that only gives me technically 4 games I'll be actually majorly focusing on during this week. And the stream may or may not be cancelled depending on how I'm feeling. With that being said, if there's any games that you'd like to see, if you have interest in any of these games, please let me know which game you're looking forward to in the comment section below, and I will try to figure out which game you're looking for me to suffer through the most during this month in the comment section below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making this video, and I will see you all in just a little bit when I start the secret project. Until then, everyone, goodbye.